There were two major protests on Sunday in two different corners of the world. Thousands took to the streets of both Madrid and Manila. The common thread was corruption. This effigy is supposed to be depicting the president and the vice president of the Philippines. That's meant to be President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. wearing the crown. And beneath him is a depiction of Vice President Sara Duterte with a bag of money near her face. Both leaders are shown as being fused with crocodiles because crocodiles here symbolize corruption. The demonstrators proceeded to tear the effigies apart with hammers and sickles. The protest in Manila was organized by left-wing groups and even members of the Roman Catholic clergy. They were marching against the so-called Ghost Flood Control Project scam. In July, President Marcos himself had raised alarms over irregularities in flood control projects. Reports say that almost 10,000 flood control projects are being investigated. They collectively cost about $9 billion. Since the investigations began, allegations have been cast against key Marcos allies and even the president. Lawmakers are said to have received millions in kickbacks from flood projects, or in some cases, they budgeted for multi-million-dollar projects that did not really exist. So the name Ghost Projects. Repeated floods in the Philippines this year led to the loss of hundreds of lives. This has led to widespread anger in the country that you just saw pouring out. It is a similar story in Spain. Corruption scandals have rocked the government led by Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. Between 40 to 80,000 people took to the streets of Madrid on Sunday to demonstrate against the Sanchez government. They waved the Spanish flag and demanded that Sanchez be ousted. While there was not any effigies comparable to those in Manila, the Spanish protesters did bring a few banners and posters along.
A todos aquellos que han venido de Madrid. A los que han
The Madrid protest was organized by Spain's main opposition party, so there were political speeches as well. The trigger for the Spanish protest was a court ruling from last Thursday. The former transport minister of the Sanchez government was sent to pre-trial detention without bail. He's accused of pocketing millions of euros during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is allegedly because he rigged contracts for masks and other medical equipment during the pandemic years. Spanish prosecutors are trying to get him sentenced to 24 years in prison for the corruption. The court order for the former minister's detention is what sparked the demonstration. It adds to the slew of cases against people close to Sanchez, most notably including the Prime Minister's own brother and his wife. They have been accused of peddling their influence and also embezzling state funds. Spain's opposition party says that the entire Sanchez government is tainted and they are calling for snap elections. And clearly, thousands of Spaniards support this call.